the fast heat, heat 3.
And by the way, both those two were winners. You know, state champions in Minnesota and Arizona. Judd was a triple state champ. So they know how to race, but running 32s. So this was different, chasing a 3. All right, here's our main event. This is the Garmin 3000 Championship, third section. Lots of star power here. And we get a rematch of Corbin Coombs and Charlie Voss. New Mexico's best. And Coombs, as much as Voss has all these tremendous marks, it's Coombs who gets the better of him head-to-head. And they go right out, 1-2. Malachi Schoenherr, Nike, all the Nike guys go right to the front.
Well, we saw this in the 5,000. Voss led early on, and Coombs just tracked him all the way till the end. And then they battled it out over the final 2 laps, and Voss ended up dropping back, ended up third in that 5,000, which was a bit of a surprise. Coombs the winner, so Coombs going for the distance, sort of the middle distance double here, but those 5,000s, they take a lot out of your legs.
Oh, they do.
And
hey, 5 and the 3 is a serious double.
That's a tough double, so it'll be interesting to see if eventually Voss and Coombs factor in this race. There's some other talented runners in here that might be running on fresher legs that might factor. Voss seems to be happy to front run these races no matter what. He did this in the 5,000. Here he is doing it again in the 3,000.
Well, these are the guys who certainly have the times. You know, Coombs has an 8:06, Voss an 8:12. Ryder Keaton from Niwot has an 8:09. We've got one of Oregon's best, Hayden Boas, who has an 8:14. Vincent Recupero from Seattle, 8:16. He's a good racer at multiple distances. Of course, Schoenherr, and one of those 3 guys in the Nike kits right here in Eugene. Home slice. And then in the green, that is Aiden LaRue from Colorado Springs. From Cheyenne Mountain, you talk about altitude training. Cheyenne Mountain, as high as you get in Colorado Springs, 7,000 feet. And Voss, both Voss and Coombs, big-time college commits. Voss to BYU, Coombs to Wake Forest.
So Malachi Schoenherr, the other Nike Elite athlete in there, Bob, he's running on fresh legs. This is his only race here. He didn't run the 5,000. He's just biding his time back there in third. Now, his 3,000 personal best might not match up with Voss or Coombs, but he does have the fresher legs at this stage.
And is at home. He's not staying in a Days Inn. Man, we got a lot of players, and they're definitely in race mode right now. Staying together. No, it's the Voss Coombs that always is fascinating, just because they know each other so well. Right now it's Voss, Schoenherr, Coombs through 1,400. Here's the halfway point, 4:07.
So that's easy math. They're on 8:14 pace at this stage. That makes sense. They're lapping in about 65, 66 seconds. Schoenherr on the front. Voss has opted to slip back a little bit. Coombs happy to sit down on the rail. still pretty much everyone in this.
You know, you almost want to kind of push other people away because you don't know where there's a kick coming out of this. You get so caught up in racing each other. Well, now, and as I say that, there they go. They do separate a little.
Well, now they're starting to press. That was a 64 that last lap, and
this is
you
what
can
they
see
want to do.
This is what they want to do. Gradually ratchet it up, get rid of the other people. So the big three here, Schoenherr, Coombs, and Voss, starting to press. The only one sort of willing to go with them is Vincent Ucupero.
And from Bishop Blanchette in Seattle, versatile multi-distance guy. He's run on this track many times.
Voss back on the front. Two to
go. And now
starts to get serious.
It's a race of 5. Paul Van Lanningham is the 5th guy in that group in the blue-green. There's a chase group still nearby. Somebody might take a stab out of there now.
Coombs, maybe he's taking a long one here. He is really starting to ramp it up. 64, another 64 the last lap coming into this one. Just over 500 meters to go now. Ooh, look at
Comes
Paul Van Lanningham go.
Charlie Voss has to get tired of losing races to Corbin Coombs. Can he change it now? 1 to go. Coombs at 7:04. That's a 64. Van Lanningham in the green up to 2nd. Schoenherr, Voss. Van Lanningham. Goes after it in the backstretch. We've seen Coombs finish pretty strong. Coombs takes it right back. He's going to hold the inside going to the final curve. Van Lanningham picks it up. He'll go outside. I'll run an extra step. Oh, but he wants to get right in there to the rail. Close quarters. Coombs hanging on. Coombs held the spot, and now he'll crank it up on the straightaway. Corbin Coombs, the 1-2 New Mexico punch. And he takes it. Voss will be 3rd. Great run by Van Lanningham for 2nd.
Wow.
And big-time numbers here. That's number 2 and 3 U.S. this year. Voss, number 4 U.S. Schoenherr, 5. All behind Tavon Kitchen, 7:58. So that is the deepest 3,000 since the Penn Relays Carnival, when Trent Daniels and Will Sheets went 8:10, 8:11.
Goodness me.
And Corbin Coombs just wins.
What an incredible race. Now, keep in mind, he's got the 5,000 meter weariness in his legs. They went out a little bit slow. At this point in the race, they were running kind of conservative, but then they gradually picked it up, and Coombs was the one that struck hard. But what a run from Paul Van Lanningham. He pushed Corbin Coombs as hard as he could, inside, outside, and only over the final 50 or 60 meters was Coombs able to reign supreme over the runner from Kentucky.
And remember, Coombs is the 800 champion in New Mexico. He's got range. He's got cross country. He's going to score a lot of points at Wake Forest. We promise you.